Xin chào quý bạn đọc của báo Tuổi Trẻ, chúng ta lại gặp nhau ở cung thể thao Tiên Sơn và bên cạnh Xuân Kiều là Ben John. Thưa quý vị, tay Pickleball hàng đầu thế giới và anh ấy cũng là người đã sở hữu hơn 150 danh hiệu PPA. Hi Ben, nice to meet you. Welcome to Vietnam.
Thank you.
So can you please share a few words to our audience today, the real interviewer?
It is my 4th or 5th day in Vietnam. I got to come for the first time in March of this year, so second time in Vietnam, first time in Da Nang. Been really fun both times. People love pickleball here, so it's been pretty fun.
Yes, thank you. And you know that when we announced that we will have an interview with you, a lot of readers, the fans of you, send the question to us. And right now, I will read out some questions, and you will be the person have it to find out the three the most interesting question, and we will have the gifts for them.
Excellent.
Okay, so are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes, let's go. Come to the first question. How do you perceive the pickleball scene in Vietnam right now?
I perceive it as probably growing the fastest that I've seen. Obviously, pickleball has a history of growing very quickly, and Vietnam's picked up on that, and they seem to have, done extremely well in terms of courts, players, tournaments, like in so many ways. I feel like they've also learned from the mistakes, so to speak, that the United States has made, and not that they've made that many. I think they've done really well as well. But have definitely avoided some pitfalls and mistakes and are progressing at a very rapid rate because of that.
Although it is quite new in Vietnam, but it grows rapidly, right? Yes. And what is the most interesting things about Da Nang when you compete in Da Nang City?
I would say that as a city, just outside of the pickleball park, I've definitely enjoyed myself. Got to go to Hoi An, which was my first time there. Very fun. I've been to Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi as well, so there's some similarities, but also a little bit different. First time seeing a beach in Vietnam, which is cool. There's a lot of little differences and things that make the city unique. In terms of pickleball, I do think it's pretty similar to how I saw it in Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi, where it's just an extreme amount of growth and a lot of players. I'm not really sure if it's the capital of pickleball in Vietnam. I couldn't give it that title versus Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh or anything. Maybe the viewers could tell us where they like to play pickleball the most among the three. But it just seems to be doing so well everywhere, and Da Nang is no exception.
As a local, I'm proud to hear that. Thank you. And the next question. In your opinion, what is the most crucial element to becoming a top world pickleball athlete? What is the most important?
Crucial element?
Yes.
I would probably say it's how you learn, how adaptive you are, how well you can learn new things, essentially, because for most of us that play pickleball, it's a lot about learning new things, whether you come from no sport background, some sport background, or a racket sport background. There's different things to learn. And pickleball is just all about, can you learn more quickly and better than the players you're around, essentially. So it's all about improvement and getting better, and most of that comes down to how you learn and how quickly you can learn.
So a little secret. When you're under pressure in a big match, how can you keep calm?
I'd like to tell everybody that there's a magic recipe for it, but mostly it's just experience. You have to be in those situations a lot, and the more you are, the more comfortable you're going to be. The knowledge that you've been there before helps more than anything. Outside of that, I would tell people, try not to overthink. Just play and do the things that you do best. As long as you can rely on the things you do very well, then usually your body knows how to do it more than your mind does.
Yes, and nowadays some people still argue that pickleball is not a classic or traditional sport like other rackets. So from your perspective, what makes pickleball different from those sports, and what do you find to be its most exciting aspect?
I feel like every racket sport has its own uniqueness and the things that you can enjoy within that sport. So for pickleball, that's probably a variety of shots that come down to using the shot at the right time more than anything. It's not necessarily quite as much about execution. Of course, execution helps as well, but choosing the right shot at the right time is a big part of pickleball. The part that people seem to enjoy the most, I would say, is the fast volleys, which definitely does happen in some other sports. There's some similarities in tennis, padel, some other racket sports, but yeah, hitting volleys, balls that are out of the air very quickly from a short distance with people seem to very much enjoy that. So it's one of the parts that I credit pickleball to.
I really like the flick of you. I like so much. It's so amazing. Yes. If you could choose only one signature shot to represent Ben John, the one shot that defines your brand, which one would you choose?
It would be a backhand roll. It's similar to a flick, but slightly different.
Backhand?
Backhand,
yes, okay. Yes, we come to the next question. A lot of questions waiting for you. Outside of the competition, what aspect of your life has contributed the most to making you a better pickleball player?
Probably, well, sport background helps immensely, of course, playing tennis and table tennis growing up. And primarily I played both of those with my older brother, Colin, who also plays pickleball. So I would credit him with making me as good as I was at table tennis and tennis, and then by extension, as good as I am in pickleball.
Yes, and out of all the championships you've won, if you had to pick up one that means the most to you, which one would it be and why?
The most memorable one is probably just the first one.
The first one, yes,
usually
of
the
course.
most memorable for people. For me, that was the 2017 US Open singles title. I was unseeded, didn't expect to do very well, and ended up winning it all. So that was extremely memorable, yes.
Yes, the first one is always the best one, right? So if you could switch roles and be your own coach for a week, what would be the first thing Coach Ben would criticize about the player Ben?
First thing I'd criticize about myself would probably be that I sometimes get complacent in games, like a little bit, like not moving enough, not putting forth enough energy or footwork or this or that. Basically that when I feel like I can get away with not giving it 100% energy, then sometimes I don't. It's kind of a mindset that a lot of people slip into. So yeah, probably just a higher percentage of movement and footwork at all times.
So we can see that the popularity of pickleball in the world right now and also in Vietnam. So if you could send a message to young Vietnamese player who dream of going pro, what would you say?
Well, I would say probably don't lose track of the most important thing, which is that you probably started playing pickleball because it's fun. And even when you become a pro, it's still supposed to be a lot of fun. And if it turns into more of a job or just an aspiration rather than it being about fun, then you lose track of a lot of other things and it just becomes more of a job than anything else. And you don't want that because pickleball at its core is extremely fun. So try to, whatever goals you meet, whatever goals you fail to meet, try to still have fun doing it.
Yes, keep happiness, right? Okay, so you played and performed in so many countries around the world, but coming to Vietnam where pickleball is still very new. Did you feel anything special from the local crowd and players?
Yeah, well, I think mostly they're just very excited. You know, in the US, we have so many tournaments and there's a wide variety of pros, like so many pros that, you know, people get used to seeing us and they're not excited to watch, but it's more of a normal, common thing there. Whereas here it was maybe not a first, but certainly very exciting for them because it doesn't happen very often. It's more rare. Especially to see the US players and see the US compete with the Asian players, which has been great. So yeah, mostly just with fans and stuff, it's the excitement of everything, which reminds me of pickleball in the US a good number of years ago.
And the last but not least, to maintain such a dominant GOAT position in a sport that's growing rapidly with the new talent emerging every day, what do your daily efforts and discipline look like behind the scene?
Yeah, I mean, there's practice most every day, a lot of on-court time and time in the gym as well, physical stuff. And then, of course, how you sleep, how you hydrate, how you eat, like a lot of things contribute to how you perform. So it's an ongoing thing at all times during the day, I guess you could say. But mostly really what it comes down to is it is about how much you improve at actual pickleball. The other stuff is important and it contributes, but not nearly as much as can you get better at pickleball. And most of that comes down to what I said before, which is just about being able to learn and adapt.
And the final question, yes. If you had to describe your playing style using a music type, what would it be and why?
A music genre?
Yes.
Classic rock.
Classic rock, right? Okay, so thank you so much for your sharing and also your time today. Such a wonderful opportunity to talk to you today. And I'm sure that this information are not only about the championship, but also you give the deeper sense of what pickleball means as a sport, a community, and an art. And I hope that the reader will like this side of you as much as watching you play. Ok, vâng ạ, thưa quý vị, như vậy là chúng ta vừa cùng nhau chia sẻ thật là nhiều những thông tin hữu ích và thú vị cùng với Ben John, đúng không ạ? Và hy vọng là tất cả quý vị yêu mến phần phỏng vấn vừa rồi. Thưa quý vị, vì thời lượng chương trình cũng có hạn cho nên là chương trình của chúng ta xin được khép lại tại đây. Một lần nữa xin được cảm ơn sự theo dõi của tất cả quý độc giả. Đừng quên truy cập vào trang web tuổi trẻ.vn để cập nhật những thông tin mới nhất. Xin chào tạm biệt và hẹn gặp lại.